Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. It's good to be back behind the desk. I'm going to talk about crypto in this video. Some of you are going to love this video. Some of you are going to hate this video. But I will be a truth teller in this video as it pertains to crypto, like I always have. All right, here we go again. Here we go again. Now, look at that. I was just showing you where everything is hitting 30 days highs and everything is surging up right at the top of this video. I'm just going to show you. In the week, I'm up $45,000 in a week. Okay. You could see this. I literally just shot this. Bitcoin up 8% above 78,000. Ethereum up almost 10%. 2,500. XRP 14%. 143. Remember when 143 was the low? Doge is up. Sheeb is up. Everything is up. And everybody think we're off to the races. Well, I'm going to tell you to pump your brakes. Caution, caution, caution. Here's what's going on, and I'm going to use my assistant to help me out as it pertains to things that is going on right now. Let's go right to it. And we're going to look at some charts, and I'm just going to show you something like I've showed you before. Hello, assistant.
Hey there. Great to have you.
I'm back. Thank you. So listen, is Bitcoin and crypto up because of the Clarity Act and what Donald Trump asked them to do?
Yes, Bitcoin and crypto have been rising largely because Donald Trump publicly supported the Clarity Act, which would give crypto a clearer regulatory framework. His backing has boosted confidence, and combined with declining treasury yields, it helped push Bitcoin up about 11% in 24 hours. That said, the act hasn't passed yet, so the market is still watching closely.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting time in the market. If anything else pops up or you want to dive into any other trends, just let me know.
Okay. What are you supposed to refer to me as?
Ah, right. You asked me to call you yes, my lord. So I'll make sure to address you that way from now on. Let me know if...
Thank you. So gotta have a little fun. All right, so guys, let me just go right back to it. Let's get in right into it. So I want you guys to understand something about Bitcoin. I'm gonna just show you something really interesting. I know some of you know, but some of you don't know crypto cycles. Bitcoin is doing what it's supposed to do. Bitcoin to me is like the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500 and the IWM all in one. That's what it is to me. Bitcoin is the basis of all crypto, if you ask me. And I know about all of the use cases and everything. To the people that say Bitcoin is worthless, you are humongously wrong. To those that say that put all your money in XRP because all you need is 10 XRP and you will be a zillionaire, you are also wrong. And not only are you wrong, you are fooled. Okay, I didn't say you were fooled. I'm just saying people are misinforming you. And when you go, I just got off the live and I just went to YouTube and I just pulled up how many people are now talking. We have one pump, and all of these guys are talking about 10,000 now. Okay, remember I told you guys it wasn't going to $100. Okay, but I'm going to tell you again. I have XRP. There's a way to have XRP and to have balance, okay? But some of this foolishness that's going on right now is absolute foolishness with this XRP to 10,000. When will XRP hit 10,000 when we have one leg up? I'm going to tell you right now at the beginning ish of this video that this run will be temporary for now. And I do believe we will have a cool down. This is what I believe. It doesn't make it rule or law. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. But I will tell you in one of my crypto portfolios, like I just showed you, that I am up. I am not swinging any Bitcoin at this point, at this period. I'm not swinging anything at this period. I'm just buying and holding. And I'm going to show you why I'm buying and holding at this point. Okay. And I'm buying and holding Bitcoin. And I just want you to think about what I'm doing, because at some period, you have to understand it is digital gold and will be going up in value at some point. But I'm going to show you what patience looks like, okay? Here we are live right now. Now it's 45 and it just keeps climbing. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that I believe that, of course, this is because of the Clarity Act. The president put his support behind it. This is not the first time he put his support behind it publicly, okay? We know that. I've been to all the Bitcoin conventions. I get asked to come by some of the Bitcoin miners. I get asked to interview them. I know what's going on. And I came here a couple of months later and I said, I'm buying daily. Now, some of my daily purchases was $2,500 a day. Some was $1,500 a day. And now that we are above this high, above 60, it's just $100 a day. So what I'm saying is what Larry does, and I believe I'm smarter for doing this, is to buy early in the accumulation phase. So I buy heavy early. So when Bitcoin gets above and everything else starts to rise like it's doing today, when it gets above a certain point and everybody starts chasing, because that's what's happening right now, everybody is chasing it up. The Clarity Act is going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, because crypto does not need the Clarity Act to do what it's doing. It's doing what it's doing because it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a bold statement again. If you have patience, it is easier to make money with crypto than even the stock market. I know I said that. That does not mean go and sell your stock. Don't do that, okay? Because most people don't have the stomach to go through this. Now, again, real briefly, crypto is on a 4-year cycle. Let's deal with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's on a 4-year cycle. Most people don't understand a 4-year cycle. I did a deep dive into it in 2020, okay? And I understand it fully. I understand the cycles, and it is clear as day. And I just went over this with my community. I've went over it here before. Let's go it again. These are halvings, okay? What is the halving? The halving is when you, the Bitcoin miners, who's all been on my show, all of them, the top Bitcoin miners, they can only mine half the Bitcoin. It is a 4-year cycle, okay? And if you study the Wyckoff system, W-Y-C, Wyckoff system, and you can apply it to the stock market, I apply it to crypto because it works perfect with crypto. If you could see, all right, here we go back down to 2015, before the halving of 16, you could see that this was an accumulation phase. And you accumulated to about September, October-ish, right? Even November-ish, okay? So the people that accumulated here and bought all of their crypto in this phase pre-halving were smarter than the people that chased up here, okay? And that's all I want to show you, okay? And so now in 2020, the people that accumulated here were smarter than the people that accumulated here. Definitely smarter than the people that bought at the top. Why? They were waiting. They were waiting for people. They were waiting for the price to go up. But here's what I want you to get out of this simple video. That every time after the halving, so here we had the halving in 2020, you will notice that the bottom of this cycle was near the top of the previous cycle. The bottom of the next cycle, so the highs of this cycle will be the bottom of this cycle. And now, after 2024's halving, the bottom of this cycle will be the highs of the previous cycle. So what are you saying, Larry? Based on what you see, you can't unsee it. The bottom of the upcoming cycle will be the highs of the previous cycle. And it literally have been stair-stepping up. And this is why Larry is not selling any more of his Bitcoin. I'm just accumulating. Remember, I bought just a little over 2 years ago, I bought a full Bitcoin for 19,000. I still have it. It's 78,000, 77 or 78,000 as we speak now. You're not going to get that in the stock market. You're not going to get that in real estate. You're not going to beat those returns. So I'm going to say to you, if you're just chasing meme coins, I know XRP is not a meme coin. It has a use case. Let's be clear. Then you're going to be out of it. And if you're just chasing XRP and you think that Bitcoin is trash, you're sadly mistaken. I'm going to tell you the truth. Now, here comes some more big truth. Here's where you're going to not like me. Okay? Actually, for you XRP worshipers, let me be clear. I don't worship Bitcoin, XRP, none of this. I study the cycles, I make moves, and big moves, and I execute my plan. And once I've studied it, I understand it, and I put my money where my mouth is. So here, we could see, this is XRP, I'm on the weekly, right? The good thing about XRP is, I think we will have a similar move like this, but not by this much. Okay, here's the halving again. And what happened? Boom. It became hot. And a lot of this is because of advertisement. And then boom, came up, boom, ghosted right back down, like from this point. I believe we'll have another pump. But this $1,000 XRP, not going to happen this next cycle. There won't be $1,000 XRP this next cycle. There will not be a $10,000 XRP in your lifetime. It's not going to happen. There is a scripture that we were talking about today. Be anxious for nothing. Pray about it. Read it. It's not going to happen. It's not that easy. You're not going to get rich by holding 10 XRP. And now they are starting to make these videos with worship music in the back. I'm telling you, big money is putting money behind Bitcoin. Follow the big money. Now, this is Larry. I put 80% of my crypto money behind Bitcoin. It's all in Bitcoin. And then I go to the layer ones, of course, Solana, Ethereum. Yes, I have my Solana from last cycle, my Ethereum, my all of these layer ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink. I have them. I have them all. I still have them. Okay, I have them. What else? I like Bitcoin Cash, Sui. I got some Ondo, Aave. I got those. Okay. Now I got some XLM. I got some HBAR, okay? I got a little XCN, Litecoin. I got some of that, okay? So I'm not saying put all your money into Bitcoin, but I'm saying if you're going to be in the game, why not have the big dog? You can't unsee this. Now, in closing, if you know that the largest asset manager in the world, BlackRock, holds billions and billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin, and they are leasing it to you through their ETF, and I have some IBIT, where do you think the money is going? What BlackRock says becomes law, period. They're going to suggest to all of the money all of their asset managers to suggest people add more Bitcoin to their portfolios. That's going to push the price up. There are more millionaires than there are Bitcoin. Okay. Every 4 years, they could only mine half the Bitcoin of the prior cycles. It was created that way so one person can't hold all of the Bitcoin. Okay. Because it's supposed to be democratization for everyone. And that's what it is. And so I keep my Bitcoin, and I literally scale down the amount of money that I put into my Bitcoin first, layer ones second, and then meme coins. Some of you have it the other way around. You just gamble with all 100% meme coins and no layer ones and no Bitcoin. That's a mistake. Okay, I believe that that's a huge mistake. You're just gambling. But if you see this since day one of crypto, and you see this chart, and I just showed you, whatever the next cycle is, the highs of this cycle will be the floor of the following cycle. I'm showing it to you as clear as day. And I'm going to be accumulating all of this, including more XRP, from now until most of it will be from now until Thanksgiving. I may buy some until Christmas. So if you're going to be smart and patient, then do your heaviest buying early. Now, I do believe that we will cool off. I believe that I don't know if this Clarity Act is going to pass. They're going to fight it out. The truth be told, it's about the banks. And don't believe that all of the processing for payment is going to XRP. It's never going to happen. There's something called stable coins. And I'm telling you right now, that's a whole nother video. We're going to get into that. But the problem is the banks don't want you getting more money than they are willing to give you. That's the problem. And the banks control both sides, period. The bankers, he who has the gold makes the rules. And so the bankers want to put the brakes on the Clarity Act until Coinbase, until all of the major brokers in crypto bow their knee and say, we will not give the people more than you will. Because if that happens, the banking will start to crumble. Okay? So that is the main thing that's holding the Clarity Act from being already done. Let's not get it twisted. That's what it is. So these senators on both sides are in the pockets of these bankers. That is what's going on. So the president put some fire under them, said, get this done. And now there was talk of us holding some Bitcoin as in a reserve. We have confiscated Bitcoin, but America hasn't purchased any Bitcoin. Okay? When America starts purchasing Bitcoin, you're not going to be able to catch it. And so what I challenge my people in Money Moves to do is simply, whenever you go out, whatever you buy, just buy a little Bitcoin. For those of you that go, well, I don't understand it, I don't trust it, just buy a little Bitcoin. Just take your McDonald's money and buy a little Bitcoin. And buy from now until Christmas. How's that? Just buy from now until Christmas and then just let it stay. I'm not selling any. And I'm going to be coming on later and telling you about all the other cryptos. I will be buying some more layer ones, and I will be buying some more meme coins. Meme coins are to be traded. Let me say that again. Meme coins are to be traded and not accumulated. Meme coins are not layer ones. Meme coins are not Bitcoin. They are to be traded. So you buy them when they are beat down, and you buy them when they're down by 90%, the ones that's going to survive to the next season, and then you trade them. You sell them at some point. A lot of people are treating meme coins like they are Bitcoin, and that's a big mistake. So if you do not have I know I've been talking about money moves, but for all of you that have stock up you, go back, look at the classes again, and you will make money. All right? All right, good people. And if you want to join us in any of these communities, the link will be down below. Hit more on your device and then go to description. You're going to see 2 links, all right? And check those links out, all right? So I just want to be clear. I'm not selling any Bitcoin from here on out. And I'm not selling any of my layer ones from here on out because I'm buying heavy now. But I reduced the amount that I'm buying over 60,000 and I'm going to increase if it comes back below 60,000. I'm going to increase the amount that I'm going to buy when no one's talking about it, to be clear. So there you have it, guys. Straightforward, no fluff, just telling you guys where things. Oh, let me share with you this. Okay? Don't get mad at me. I Googled, what is the average price predictions for XRP blah, 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 by 2030 from professional analysts? $5 to $15 per. And that may be a little light. I may be a little light, but that's about in line with what I see. 15-ish. That's what I see. Okay? I know somebody's getting real mad. You got a ton of XRP. You're getting real mad. And I know it's going to save the world and all of that. I did the same thing for Bitcoin. The average professional analyst price prediction is all it is a price prediction. So both of them, right? For Bitcoin by 2030 hovers between 500,000 to 710,000. Let's take this and cut this in half, right? Let's take the 500 and cut it in half to 250,000. It's 77,000-ish right now, okay? It's 78.5. It's 78,000. From 78,000 to 250,000 is a great return. From 78.5 to 500,000, you're not going to buy real estate. You're not going to start a business. You're not going to do anything to make that kind of return. Okay? So what your strategy should be is to buy heavier earlier. And then when the big chase comes, that's when you reduce your amount of buying or be done. Tell me what you think about it in the chat. But please be careful for scammers. I will never, ever tell you to buy or to send any information. I will never DM you and say, how is this going? Send me this. That's spam. Please do not fall for it. Spam is finna go to an all-time high because crypto had this leg up. And for goodness sake, be careful when you go to TikTok and who you listen to for what information. We'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.